Welcome to The Lantern's Tale. Tonight's story is true, every word drawn from real events. Listen closely as we walk the crumbling halls of the haunted Children's Hospital of Urbino. Deep in the heart of Italy, hidden in the foggy hills of Urbino, lies a decaying building that once echoed with the laughter of children. The Ospedale dei Bambini di Urbino, the Children's Hospital of Urbino, was built in the early 1900s, a symbol of hope for families in need. But within its walls, hope gave way to horror. During World War II, the hospital became a place of fear and suffering. Bombings shook the city, and the hospital's young patients were forced to cower in the cold, damp basement. Doctors and nurses worked tirelessly to save them, but many children never made it out alive. Their tiny bodies were buried in the hospital grounds, unmarked graves for those whose lives ended far too soon. After the war, the hospital reopened, but rumors of strange happenings began to spread. Nurses reported hearing the sound of children crying in empty wards, echoes of the past that refused to fade. Some said they saw shadowy figures in the hallways, small shapes darting past doorways, vanishing into the darkness. By the 1970s, the hospital had fallen into disrepair. Stories of medical experiments and cruel treatments surfaced, doctors using children as test subjects in secret trials. Whether these stories were true or just the whispers of a frightened town, no one knows for certain. But the air in those halls grew heavy, thick with an oppressive sense of sorrow. The hospital finally closed its doors in the late 1980s, abandoned to the elements. Windows shattered, doors swung open in the wind. Local legend says that on quiet nights, you can hear the laughter of children drifting through the broken glass, a haunting reminder of those who never left. Urban explorers who've dared to enter the ruins speak of cold spots and sudden gusts of air, chilling touches that seem to come from nowhere. Some claim to have seen small handprints on the dusty walls, or to have felt the brush of tiny fingers on their skin. Others have fled in terror after hearing the soft whispers of children calling out to them, pleas for help that no living soul can answer. The townspeople of Urbino avoid the old hospital, crossing the street rather than walking past its iron gates. They say the spirits of the children are trapped there, unable to move on. Some believe it's the guilt of the doctors or the pain of the children themselves that keeps them bound to the crumbling walls. The Ospedale dei Bambini di Urbino stands as a monument to both hope and horror, a place meant to heal that instead became a tomb. The laughter of children once filled its halls, but now only echoes remain, echoes of the innocent lives lost within. If you ever find yourself in the hills of Urbino, look to the ruins of the Children's Hospital. Feel the cold wind that carries their laughter, and remember, not all spirits rest in peace. Thank you for listening to The Lantern's Tale. If you enjoyed this true story, join us next time, if you dare.